this is Nida and I am here back with you guys for a tutorial. So I'm going to be creating a look for you guys today. Finally, after like so many days, I am up for a tutorial for you guys. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start with it. If you like it, do not forget to hit like, subscribe and leave a comment about what you think about the look. So yes, now without further delaying it, so for now we're gonna start off with my brows. I like to make my brows. The first thing for my brows, I'm gonna be using the Anastasia Dip Brow Homemade in the shade dark brown. This is what I'm going to be going in with. This is how the shade looks like. Many people say that it dries out really fast for them. Alhamdulillah, mine hasn't dried out yet. I think because as soon as I use it, I just, put the lid back on and put it back in. So I think that's advisable to do that. As soon as you use it, just put the lid on and we're good to go. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and start with my brows. I'm just gonna take a little bit of the product on my brush. This brush is by Beautify by Amna. I am just gonna dig into the product. For my brows, what I like to do is that I like to take my spoolie brush my brows upwards and then go in, draw a line at the bottom of my eye, bottom of my eyebrow I mean, and then just brush everything now and draw a line on the top. Don't worry if it's not neat, that really doesn't matter, because when you're cleaning it up with your concealer, it becomes as neat as you like it to be. So right now all I like to do is just fill it in and give an outline so I know what I need to do with, what I need to clean up. So now I'm gonna go in and neaten up these brows because they look like a mess right now, which I know they do. So to neaten them up, I'm gonna be using my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, which is in the shade Light Neutral, as you guys can see. For this, I'm going to be taking my MAC 242 brush. The two brushes that I like to use for my brows, neatening them up actually, is one is this MAC 242 and the other one is this Real Techniques Definer brush. First of all, I'm going to take my Real Definer brush and I'm going to make an outline. So now I'm going to be prepping my eyes for the eye makeup, and for that what I like to do is that I just like to take my MAC 242 brush and in dabbing motions I like to blend out the concealer. And the same concealer I would like to bring down a little bit so that when I'm doing my eye makeup, I can do it at the same time on the bottom as well. Preview. So now guys, you guys can see that this eye is all prepped up and it's all clean and the eyebrows are set. So now I'm going to be doing the same thing. I'm going to repeat the same process and the same everything on this eye, and then we're going to continue on with our eye makeup. The eyebrows are ready and my eyes are prepped for the next step, which is going to be the eyeshadows. For my eyeshadows, I'm gonna be going in with my very favorite Huda Beauty eyeshadow palette, which is the Rose Gold palette remastered. So in this palette with the shade that is called Man-Eater. So we're gonna go in with this shade. We're gonna be taking our Zoeva Luxe pencil brush. The code is 230, and we're gonna go in with the shade Man-Eater. We are just going to be putting in putting on the product into our crease. We're not blending it out right now. We're just placing the product.
Preview.
So now I have added the shadow into my crease. So now I'm going to go in with the shade Sandal, and I am going to take my ColourPop blending brush, and I'm going to take some product. I'm going to tap off the excess, and I'm going to start blending a little bit of this maroon from above my crease. So now you guys can see that my it's all set. Now again I'm gonna go in with a blending brush. This is the Sigma tapered blending brush, and I'm gonna go in with the shade Demure. This is how the shade looks like, and I'm going to blend out the brown sandalwood shade that I added on the top of my crease. So I'm just gonna blend out even that.
Preview.
Now what I'm gonna do is that since I'm gonna, I want to keep this a little more basic, so I'm just gonna go in with my finger into the shade Pink Diamonds. And from the center of my lid to the end of my lid, I'm just going to, with my finger, I'm just going to brush it on. And then gonna be the same thing on my other eye. Once that is done, I'm gonna go back in with the shade Cocoa, and I'm gonna take it on my Zoeva pencil brush, the 230 again, and brush off the excess and just slightly add it to the crease. Just a little bit, and on the edges.
Preview.
Thing that I'm gonna go in with is this shade Moon Dust. I'm gonna take this shade Moon Dust and I'm gonna apply it on the inner eye corner and the rest of the lid that was left out.
Preview.
I'm gonna go back in with the Morphe brush again, and with the product that was left on it from the pink diamonds, I'm just gonna combine the two shades, so blend them out together. The pink diamonds and moon dust.
Preview.
So this is how it looks up till now. So now what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna go in with the shade Cocoa. Once again, this is the shade Cocoa, and I'm gonna go under my eyes. And this is how it's gonna look. Eyes, I'm gonna take my defined crease brush by Zuiva 224, and I'm gonna go in with this shade Demore once again, and blend the shade Cocoa out. Now what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna take the shade Moon Dust again and apply it under my eyes. Now I'm gonna take the shade Bubbly, this shade, and I'm gonna apply it at the inner corner of my eye. Now I'm gonna go in with the same shade and apply it under my brow bone. This is how it looks up till now. Now we're gonna be adding our eyeliner. For my eyeliner, I'm gonna be going in with my tattoo liner by Kat Von D in the shade Trooper Black. This is how it looks like. This is one of my favorite liners to apply. Now I'm just gonna go in with a simple wing, and then I'm gonna be back. So I went in with a simple wing on both my eyes, and now we are going to clean up all the excess from under the eyes. Our eyes are almost complete. Now we're gonna go in with our mascara. Before the mascara, I'm going to curl my lashes. So I just like to curl them up a little bit, then add some mascara. Marc by Marc Jacobs is the Velvet Noir, one of my absolute favorites, and I'm just gonna give my lashes a little boost.
Preview.
So we're done with the mascara. Now we're gonna go in with our lashes. For my lashes, I'm gonna be using eyelashes by Aisha Sabina in the style Black Beauty. And for my glue, I'm gonna be using Dew Glue. So my eyes are now completely done. Yes, I'm just gonna add in this Jumbo Eye Pencil by NYX in the shade White. It's called, the name of the shade is Milk. I'm just gonna go in. Okay, so I've applied the pencil so that my eyes can look a little more big and, you know, brighter. So now we're gonna start off with our face, and this is what I'm most excited about because I'm gonna be trying out the new concealer. So for my face, first of all, I would like to prep my face, which is like the most important step while creating any look. And in the process of prepping my face, what I like to do is that I like to use these two serums, which actually help as primers as well as my moisturizers. So the serums that I like to use, one is this Entice Cosmetics Bubblegum Primer Potion, and the other one that I like to use is this all-in-one silver serum. So I'm gonna go in with the silver serum first. Just take one drop here, one here, and one tiny drop here. And now I'm going to absorb it into my skin. once all of that product is being absorbed into my skin, the next thing that I'm going to go in with is my bubblegum primer potion from Nida Cosmetics. This is my all-time favorite. You guys can see it's almost finished. So just take one drop here and a little bit on both the sides of your face. It is a little like, it's not completely liquidy, it's a little gel kind, and it's a perfect dupe for the Versali Unicorn Essence. I think it's actually better than that.
Preview.
And with my Professional primer, which is the perfect primer to fill in your pores. So I just have slight pores issue on this area, my nose. So I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of the primer and dab it on.
Preview.
So now I have dabbed on the Professional primer on my open pores area. So now I would like to go in with my color corrector because I don't really have a lot of dark circles. They are easily covered up with a concealer, but this area is like terrible for me because it has a lot of discoloration. So it's very important for me to color correct this part, otherwise my foundation looks very gray. No matter how high coverage foundation I use, it still does not really cover up. So what I like to do is I like to take this Morphe 6C pack, dig into whatever I have. I just need a little bit, and I like to mix it in with this white, the one in the center, so that it becomes a little peachy. So first I use my finger to blend it out a little bit, and then I'm going to use this Sigma Round Kabuki F82 brush.
Preview.
Do is that I'm going to go in with my beauty blender, original beauty blender by the brand Beauty Blender. This is the one in the shade Sapphire, and I'm just going to remove whatever excess I have by blending it out. So now we are gonna go ahead and gonna dig into our foundation. For my foundation, I really love to use my Nida Cosmetics Flat Kabuki brush, and I just use this to, spread out the product on my face. But for my blending, I always go in with my beauty blender. This is the beauty foundation in the shade Latte 300N. You guys will see the coverage right now when I dig into it. So I'm just gonna take my brush. I'm gonna put one pump onto the brush just like this, and I'm gonna use this for like my full face. As you guys can see that it gave a full coverage to my face, and I can actually bring it down to my neck also. For my neck, I'm going to take just a tiny more drop, just this much.
Preview.
Because of the lighting, I think it looks a little too bright right now, but trust me, this is like exactly my shade, and it oxidizes and becomes a little darker. Okay. So just dab it, do not drag it.
Preview.
So you guys can see that it has soaked up all the excess product. There you go. So now we're gonna go in with our concealer, which is the Huda Beauty Overachiever Concealer. I'm pretty excited to try this out. I hope the shade is perfect for me. Not too light, not too dark. I don't think it's gonna be dark, but I'm just a little scared if it's a little light. So this is how the tube looks like. This is in the shade Coconut Flakes. You open up the lid and the cap, and it has an applicator like this. As you can see. For now, I'm gonna go in with the applicator. Just squeeze out a little bit product on the top. Okay, I think this shade should be perfect for me. And now I'm just gonna, so I squeezed out as much I wanted, so I'm just gonna spread it out like this using the applicator. I have heard that this feels a little very cold on my face, so I've heard that it helps in soothing the under eye area as well. Plus I've heard that this concealer is 31% pigment, which is a lot. Okay, so now we're gonna blend this out with our beauty blender. Okay, so we need to blend it out quickly because it's drying up fast. Wow, this is an amazing product to cover up your dark circles, and you know, I can see that it's extremely high coverage. It gives a very high coverage, but you need to blend it out as soon as possible. Like, just do it one eye and then the other eye, because it dries up really fast. It blends out amazingly. Okay, so now we're gonna bronze it up a little bit. For my bronzer, I'm gonna be using the Butter Bronzer, and this is by Physicians Formula. I'm absolutely in love with this bronzer. Plus, I absolutely love how smoothly this bronzer applies on the face. So the next thing that I'm gonna go in with is my Shade and Light Cat 1D palette. I'm gonna be using these two shades for contouring. I'm not going in with a cream contour, as I said, because I'm gonna, you know, try to keep the look a little simple. And there you go. So now we're gonna go in with our setting powder. For our setting powder, I am going to be using Huda Beauty again in the shade Banana Bread. So I'm gonna be using this brush by Beautify by Amna. It's actually it's a highlighting brush, but I like to use this for my baking process as well. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna leave this to set a little bit. I have left this on my face for at least like 4 or 5 minutes. Okay, so we have the whole face has been, you know, the baking has been done. I am baked now and ready to brush off the excess.
Preview.
So now we're gonna go in with our blush. For the blush, I'm gonna be using MAC. The name of the blush is Eternal Sun. This is more like a brownish, peachish shade, which I'm absolutely loving nowadays. So it gives a very natural, sun-kissed kind of a feel. So the next thing that I'm going to do is that I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay All Nighter Spray. For my highlighter, I'm going to go in with the Huda Beauty Golden Sands, and I am going to go in with the shade Tahiti. So this is the shade that I'm going to go in with. I'm going to be taking my ColourPop F6 highlighting brush. This is a very soft shade for a highlighter. Like, it does give that glow, but then it doesn't look very fake or very like, you know, something out of the usual. Look at how beautiful this glow is. I absolutely love this shade when I want to go for like a more natural yet popping glow. So yeah, there you have it. And now I'm gonna go in a little bit with my shade Zanzibar, this one, on the blush. And yeah, so we're done with this. Next thing that we're gonna do is our lips. For lipstick, what I'm gonna be doing is that again I'm gonna be using Huda Beauty, and the lipstick that I'm gonna go in with is the Demi Matte Huda Beauty lipstick. So the shade is Shiu, and yeah, so I'm just gonna go in. The applicator is really nice. So the lipstick is on. Beauty Lip Strobe in the shade Snobby. And just add a little bit. These are the two lipsticks that I used. And yeah, so the look is complete, and I hope you guys liked this look. I used most of my favorite product. So anyways, yeah, that was the look, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys liked the whole tutorial. I know it must be a little long, but then I wanted to give out all the details and the tips and techniques, and I just wanted to share them with you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys liked it. If you do, and if you you know, think that this is something that's more of a wearable look, you guys can just, you know, change the lashes and do something more lighter, or just, you know, completely not apply any lashes, but that's your personal choice. So if you think this is more like a wearable look, then do create it for me, and just do, you know, tag me on Instagram. I would love to see the look created by you guys. If you liked it, do leave me a comment in the comment section below. Do not forget to hit like and subscribe, and yeah, this is it. Do subscribe, do share it with your friends. It will be, you know, something that would help me. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and yeah,